Let's continue. Number 5. Local fishermen in Batangas notice a decline in fish population due to warmer waters and changing ocean currents. Suggest ways to adopt their fishing practices while conserving marine biodiversity. So we're given warmer waters causing fish decline. So required suggests adaptive fishing practices. Solution: enforce seasonal fishing bans to allow stock recovery. Diversify livelihoods. Example, aquaculture. Adopt sustainable fishing gear. Final answer, seasonal bans, livelihood diversification, and sustainable fishing. Number 6. The Banawi rice terraces face soil erosion and reduced water supply caused by erratic rainfall patterns. Propose strategies that combine traditional practices and modern solutions to adapt to these challenges. Given soil erosion and reduced water supply, required strategies combining traditional and modern solutions. Solution: restore traditional rice terrace irrigation systems. Introduce soil conservation methods, terrace wall, cover crops, and rainwater harvesting. Final answer: traditional irrigation restoration, soil conservation, and water harvesting. Number 7. A community in Cagayan de Oro wants to reduce their vulnerability to floods while protecting river biodiversity. What specific adaptation and mitigation strategies can be applied? Given vulnerability to floods while protecting biodiversity, required adaptation and mitigation strategies. So solution: riverbank reforestation with native species, construct flood-resilient infrastructure, wetland conservation. Final answer, reforest riverbanks, build resilient structures, conserve wetlands. Number 8. Urban expansion in Metro Manila reduces green spaces and increases heat island effects. How can cities design policies that mitigate climate change impacts while protecting biodiversity? So we're given reduce green spaces and urban heat island effect. Required city policies to mitigate climate change and protect biodiversity. Solution: expand urban parks and vertical gardens, enforce green building codes, promote sustainable transport. The final answer, more urban green spaces, eco-friendly construction, and sustainable mobility. Number 9. An island in the Visayas is heavily dependent on tourism, but rising sea levels threaten its coastal biodiversity. Suggest both adaptation and mitigation strategies that balance economic needs with environmental protection. So, given rising sea levels threaten coastal biodiversity, required adaptation and mitigation, balancing economy and environment. Solution: shift to ecotourism, restore mangroves and coral reefs, regulate coastal development. Final answer, ecotourism and coastal ecosystem restoration. Number 10. Climate change leads to the spread of invasive species in Mindanao, threatening native plants and animals. How should local communities adopt and mitigate this ecological threat? Given climate change spreads invasive species, required adaptation and mitigation action. Solution: community monitoring and early detection programs, reintroduce native species, implement stricter land use policies. Final answer, community-based invasive species control and native restoration. Number 11. Deforestation in Sierra Madre worsens the impact of typhoons in wildlife habitats. Propose sustainable actions to mitigate this problem while supporting the livelihood of nearby communities. So given deforestation worsens typhoon impacts, required sustainable actions balancing environment and livelihood. So solution, promote agroforestry, establish community-managed reforestation projects, ecotourism alternatives. Final answer, agroforestry, community reforestation, and ecotourism. Number 12. In Ilocos Norte, wind energy projects are being developed to mitigate climate change. How can such renewable energy projects be designed to avoid negative impacts on local biodiversity? Given wind projects risk harming biodiversity, required design projects to minimize impact. Solution, conduct environmental impact assessments, position turbines away from bird migration routes, implement biodiversity offsets. Final answer. Careful site selection, biodiversity safeguards, and impact assessments. Number 13. Farmers in Leyte report increasing pe- pest infestations linked to climate change. Suggest adaptation strategies that both protect crops and minimize harm to beneficial organisms. So given climate change increases pests, required adaptation strategies, protecting crops, and biodiversity. Our solution: use integrated pest management, plant pest-resistant crops, encourage natural predators. Final answer: integrated pest management with resistant crops and predators. Number 14. A local government in Pampanga wants to launch a climate adaptation program that integrates disaster risk reduction and biodiversity conservation. What measures should be prioritized given local government aims to integrate risk reduction and biodiversity conservation? So required measures to prioritize. Solution: reforestation of flood-prone areas, protection of wetlands, disaster-resilient land use planning. Final answer: wetland protection, reforestation, and risk-sensitive land use. Number 15. Residents of Davao notice declining populations of pollinators like bees due to rising temperatures. How can adaptation strategies protect pollinators and ensure agricultural sustainability? So we're given rising temperatures reduce pollinators like bees, required adaptation to protect pollinators and agriculture. So solution: create pollinator-friendly habitats, reduce pesticide use, promote native flowering plants. The final answer: pollinator gardens, reduce pesticide use, and native planting. Number 16. Upland communities in Cordillera rely on forests for water supply, but changing rainfall patterns are reducing water availability. Propose solutions to adapt to this issue while conserving biodiversity. So given reduce water due to erratic rainfall, required adaptation solutions. Solution: watershed reforestation, rainwater harvesting, traditional irrigation improvements. And then reforest watersheds, harvest rainwater, and improve irrigation.